This year, you gave me the honor to be your spokesperson, the trust to be your advocate, and the title of president. My time is coming to an end, and I'd be lying if I said I won't miss it. Recently, someone dear told me they wish I could be president for another year. My ego was flattered, but my brain said that should never be. Leading our members and the Realtor cause is a gift. I wish each and every one of you could feel what that's like. That gift is a precious responsibility, and capable Realtor leaders in our organization should have the opportunity to cherish it. This is why we continually change the guard, and that is in part what we are here to do today. James Cristbrook, you're going to be fantastic. Now stop. But I'm not done yet. I have 47 more days left, and I have the microphone. So make yourselves comfortable. The state of the Greater Metropolitan Association of Realtors is strong, healthy, and vivacious. Realtor associations want to be like us, and Realtors choose to be with us. Our organization continues to be loud and proud in everything we do, whether it's member programs, events, and services, or the work we do with the public, our governments, and our communities. You're not going to like this part. We are kicking butt. And I'd like to recognize our chief butt kicker, CEO Vicki Livernoy. Please stand. Membership. We started this year off at approximately 8,300 members, and we will finish at around 9,200. These numbers sound great, but we are never afraid to enforce our rules. Early in the year, we sent out over 400 letters of suspension to members who did not complete their biennial Code of Ethics training. The message was received, and most avoided termination fulfilling their requirements. Events. Where do I begin? Well, let's begin right here. Our Diversity and Inclusion Committee's Fair Housing Seminar focused on the future of equality. It literally filled this very room. In addition, GMAR supported the creation of a local chapter of the National Association of Gay and Lesbian Real Estate Professionals. Over 320 of our members took advantage of 4 photo days where we brought in a professional photographer for headshots. No camera was broken in the process. But honestly, look around you. We do have the greatest looking members. Our Young Professional Network continues to bring our members of all ages together for fun and networking. They hosted a Tigers game, dual pianos evening, Top Golf, and another trivia night a week from today. You can sign up at gmaronline.com. YPN is not about being young, but being young at heart, mixing our younger and mature members to teach and encourage each other. In August, our technology committee brought NAR's Tech Edge to Livonia. GMAR's jurisdiction was chosen as one of 8 in the country to showcase the latest technology skills and trends changing the real estate industry. It drew Realtors as far as Ohio, Midland, and Windsor, Ontario. The committee's chair, Nathan Boji, was a panelist, and his committee continues to feed us videos about the latest real estate tech. Speaking of technology, on your phone, Facebook. We have Greater Minds. Greater Minds is a closed Facebook group. If you are not a part of it, we'd like you a part of it. We only have about 10% of our membership on there, so look up Greater Minds on Facebook and please join in. Our Member Engagement Committee brought us together for 2 headliner charitable events. The golf outing was blessed with the most fantastic weather. Now, yours truly did golf, but what I do on the golf course is not called golf. In my foursome was Matt McMurray, a U.S. Army veteran who suffered depression and PTS. Matt is the recipient of the first Guardian Angels medical service dog provided by GMAR. He's a great golfer, but now lives a happier, more fulfilled life. Him and his dog, Cobalt, are inseparable, and the dog was our 4th in the foursome that day. Cobalt's golf score was the best, and we experienced firsthand, it's true, it was, and we experienced firsthand this amazingly trained animal and the bond these two share. It hit home why we recently held GMAR's Give Thanks party at Punch Bowl Social in Detroit. This wildly fun evening raised the balance of $25,000 for the Greater Realtors Foundation to fully fund our 5th dog, our commitment to 5 years, 5 dogs, 5 lives saved. Our passion for Guardian Angels medical service dogs did not stop at our front door. When we found out the recruits at the Michigan State Police Academy needed a boost in their efforts to fund a dog, GMAR stepped up and we personally delivered them a check for almost $16,000. Our outreach in our communities and putting the Greater Realtor in the public eye is ongoing and growing. We awarded 20 $1,000 scholarships to our members' children who will attend Michigan University or college. Our placemaking committee awarded grants for various projects to aid the completion of a park in Northwest Detroit, park benches in Statue Park in Huntington Woods, funds to add park benches and little libraries throughout Allen Park, and sponsorship of the Women's Build Habitat for Humanity home in Southfield, which put some staff and GMAR members in the home building business for a day, and that was interesting. In 2018, we funded installation of new ADA-compliant playground equipment at Realtor Park in Royal Oak. This year, the renovations were complete, and we held a re-grand opening barbecue attended by over 200 neighbors and special guests. GMAR's educational opportunities are quite evident. Over 4,500 members attended 141 classes, 36 designation classes with 1,049 students, and 24 off-site classes where GMAR brought the classroom to you. The affiliate committee, led by Director Ted Edgington, continues to support us and provide impartial, pertinent classes. The A to Z class introduces experts involved in real estate transactions, imparting knowledge to get it closed. There's also a fraud and safety program and legal know-how, which has great attendance and reviews. Look for more educational opportunities from GMAR and our affiliates next year. Now, someone once said, all politics are local. You may be able to name the politicians in the news, but it's your city councils, the mayors, your county commissioners, and local ordinances that affect your everyday life even more. From personal experience, I can tell you many of these people are naive to real estate issues. GMAR is fully entrenched in advocating for your ability to do business and the private property rights of those you serve. Our Public Policy Committee combs through regulatory proposals. Our Governmental Relations Committee builds bridges between elected officials and our industry, while our RPAC Committee assures we raise the necessary funds for the business of politics. GMAR ensures we are where we need to be and saying what needs to be said in the political arena. How? Travis Greer is our full-time governmental affairs director, who guides the aforementioned committees and executive leadership. Travis, please stand. This guy makes me look good when we go to those meetings. We hosted advocacy training and media training. 26 of our members attended our Candidate Training Academy. Who better than Greater Realtors to be in public office? We held numerous all-day candidate interview sessions where 134 local politicians submitted their questionnaires seeking financial support and endorsements. 72 received our endorsement as far north as Memphis and as far south as Inkster. Over $21,000 in RPAC funds and $75,000 helped Realtor-friendly candidates in recent elections in Livonia, Westland, Royal Oak, Warren, Troy, and Mount Clemens. GMAR members and staff attended 132 meetings with elected officials, city council meetings, and public hearings. We thwarted potential time of sale code inspections in Royal Oak, time of sale septic inspections in Oakland County, vacant property registration in Garden City, rental license moratorium in Warren, and short-term rental issues in Bloomfield Township, Birmingham, Livonia, and Grosse Pointe Park. So that's a lot. What more could we do? Well, we even fed the politicians at 3 elected official breakfasts in Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne counties. The business of politics is not free. Unfortunately, our political system is financially driven, but yet our democracy is the envy of the world. We held 4 RPAC major investor fundraising events, raising over $125,000 from individual GMAR member investments of $1,000, $2,500, or more. In total, we have almost 3,500 members invested in some way. 2019 is the 50th anniversary of RPAC, and at this meeting last year, I set a wild goal to get us to 50% member participation. As of this morning, we're only 700 members away. We're 5% over last year, but about 8% from the 50% goal. So $15 or more makes you a participant, an investor. You may have even received a phone call from 2 different phone banks we had where members actually reached out and called you. So if you got a call or you weren't happy about the call, that's okay, you got the call. For those who invest at least $250 this year, you are GMAR's homeownership champion. You will be invited to a free breakfast in January with special guest Lawrence Yun, the chief economist of the National Association of Realtors. Fellow Realtors, your association, local, state, national, is fighting your fight. If you are not tuned in, if you are not involved, please tune in. Please get involved. Michigan Realtors recently had the convention in downtown Detroit. Realtors from throughout the state saw GMAR's presence. We were there. The National Association had mid-year legislative meetings in Washington, D.C., and your GMAR leadership talked one-on-one with senators and representatives. We were there. And just a few days ago, your leaders returned from the National Convention in San Francisco, and we definitely were there. We were there in the National Board of Directors meeting to vote on and pass the Clear Cooperation Policy, MLS Statement 8.0. Coincidentally, I had the last word just before discussion closed. 1 year ago, I made a promise that locally we would solve the Wild West of coming soon listing practices. We are very close to having an active no-show listing status, but it now will work even better with NAR's new policy. It requires listing brokers who participate in MLS to submit their listing within 1 business day of marketing the property to the public. The MLSs will have until May 1st, 2020 to implement. This move just reiterates the purpose of our Realtor Association for the last 100 plus years. Cooperation, co-opetition, playing nice in the sandbox, putting the best interests of our clients before our own. Thank you. Because that's who we are. It takes me back to when I was 20 years old and took the Realtor oath. And I'm not sure if we do that anymore, but I'm going to ask you now to indulge me. After I read each statement, please respond, that's who we are. I pledge to strive to be honorable and to abide by the golden rule. That's who we are. To serve well our community and through it, our country. That's who we are. To abide by the Realtor Code of Ethics and to conform our conduct to its aspirational ideals. That's who we are. To act honestly in all real estate dealings. That's who we are. To protect the individual right of real estate ownership and to widen the opportunity to enjoy it. That's who we are. And last, to seek better to represent our clients by building our knowledge and competence, because that's who we are. Thank you. Before I end, I want to recognize 2 of my 3 sons that are here today. Hayden Block and Magnus Block, please stand. Hayden is a GMAR realtor and has worked with me for 5 years now. You sustained my business this last year as I was stretched to my limit. And Magnus, your calmness and creativity inspires me. You kept me level this year. Love you both. History is defined by the actions we take. It's also defined by the actions we don't take, the things we ignore, the reality we don't stare right in the eye, and the status quo we simply accept. It's easy doing nothing. Like all of you, I'm a doer. Since I was 22, I decided to get involved in my association and take action. Earlier this year, I turned 50. Now, some around this age do some crazy things. Have a midlife crisis, buy a sports car. GMAR is my shiny Realtor blue sports car. And she is beautiful. She has 9,200 horses. She handles the scariest turns with ease and is fully equipped to maneuver the roughest roads. She has an amazing maintenance team and a certified chief mechanic. She will soon have a new driver, and he's a great guy, and he will make her greater. GMAR, thank you for trusting me with your car. It's been an honor being your driver.